Hello you fantastic people and welcome back to Borderlands 3 to 500 kills of Eista on Mayhem 10 with our boy Flak here, and I've recorded all the loot drops for you guys so you can see how many M10 Skull Mashers drop, which is one of my favorite sniper rifles in the game, or just weapons in the game to be honest, as well as Bangstick sniper rifles, what we're going to call them just because of YouTube purposes, but you guys know the two sniper rifles that are now in Eista's loot pool have been fixed as of the update from Thursday, so now they drop an M10 damage and they do crazy amounts of damage, particularly the Skull Masher, which I'm really keen about because I haven't even got my perfect god roll one yet, and it's doing some crazy damage against bosses and all that stuff, which will be coming out in a build video very soon. But I thought I'd get you guys a 500 drops loot pool video because I haven't made one of these in a hot minute. But first, if you guys want to farm Eista for yourselves, you want to go to the DLC 2 planet. So of course you're going to have to need DLC 2 for this one. Pretty sure it's called Silorcus, something like that. Go to that area, and at the very top you'll find Skidamore Basin. This is the area he is in. There's two fast travel stations for this area. Go to the one and down the bottom here is way fast. Otherwise you spawn all the way over here and have to drive across and stuff. But go to this area, fast travel, like I currently already at. Didn't need to actually travel, but this area, and I'll show you guys the run to it. Is a bit of a hike, unfortunately. There's the fast travel / news station. Grab some ammo along the way and run up here. I usually use the snow drifts just so these farms are a little bit faster if they're not directly next to the fight themselves. And this boss fight arena is where you're going to find Eista. Now this, first you'll have to complete some missions if you guys have never fought him ever before. You'll have to have completed at least partway through of the DLC, and then he'll have a few side missions in which you'll have to complete. It's like first collecting some flowers and some mushrooms and some eggs or something like that. There's 3. Just essentially go grab some things for me and come back, and then you fight him at the end of each one, and he levels up each stage essentially. And once you've completed the 3rd one, then you'll be able to farm him on a loop as the strongest version of Eista himself, which is armor, shields, and health, which he currently is at. As for strategies, right now on M10 with the current scaling, all that kind of stuff, there is 2 main super fast ways to do it, at least with Flak. The Bangstick is of course always a great option if you guys don't know about that strat. I'll leave a link down in the description for the Bangstick guide. It's a fantastic gun, but most people on this channel probably have already heard about it. The second strat is actually a little bit faster for this guy because most Bangstick projectiles, depending on his actions, if he's jumping around, etc., actually get lost. Unfortunately, he glitches them out. So instead, rather than using sticky pellet torque shotguns, use the Monarch. The Monarch is absolutely amazing, currently in Mayhem 10, which is awesome because I really like the Monarch. And I use 3 different kinds of ones. I use consecutive hits on all of my anointments for the Monarch. It's fantastic. If you guys can get that, regardless, it's still definitely going to destroy him if you don't have the good anoints, just if you're trying to go the fastest. I use corrosive, and then the shock one, and then the fire one, because I have all of them because I've farmed kilovolt so many damn times. Also, if you guys are using the snowdrift strat like me, I generally switch to the pearl once I get there for the extra damage, which stacks like crazy quick with the Monarch particularly. But yeah, I'll show you guys how we usually do it. Starting with the corrosive one, we go into fadeaway as we jump down, so we get that stopgap immunity phase, which is really good. Get all nice up and close, get all those critical hits, shreds through it at one stage, gets the shock one out. You usually get at least halfway through the shock stage each time before you run out of fadeaway. If you stay nice and close, you get a lot of critical hits and you get fadeaway back super quick. Get to second immunity stage and you can generally shred him in too, which is really good. For modifiers, I wouldn't recommend the spinner ones. I have them on from the takedown already, but the spinners generally are the ones that get me down in this boss fight. But yeah, I'll leave some gameplay up on the screen for you guys to check out while I'm reading through the stats for you guys. After 500 farms of Eista on Mayhem 10 True Vault Hunter mode with our boy Flak here, we got 349 legendaries, which doesn't sound like a lot out of 500 farms, but it actually is quite a lot when you consider there was actually 219 unsuccessful runs, which is a run where it doesn't drop a single legendary weapon, which actually sounds way more than I remember, but apparently there was actually quite a lot of them. So out of the remaining, what is that, quick maths, 281 successful runs, 349 legendaries is actually quite a lot. So starting with the Bangstick sniper rifle, which we're going to keep calling it for YouTube purposes, out of those legendaries, or out of those 500 runs, we got 81 of those guys, which on Mayhem 10, the anointment drop rate is 100%, which makes it so much better to get the legendary anointments that you want for those sniper rifles, which is fantastic now that they're all scaled and everything. For that sniper rifle in particular, I got pretty much the top 3 or 4 anointments that I'm ever interested in for my builds straight away. That was super simple. As for the Skull Masher though, after those 500 runs, we got 75 Skull Mashers, which is still quite an extensive amount, slightly less than the other sniper rifle. But for some reason, even with the 100% anointed drop rate, I still haven't managed to get my favorite consecutive hits or 200% ASA, which was super annoying, but it did drop pretty regularly, and there is quite a variance in damage numbers. Keep an eye out for the ones you guys are looking for. As the damage numbers go up, the magazine size goes down quite considerably. So consider what you guys want to use it for. If you want to one dink enemies, do you want to fight bosses? Do you want to use it in mobbing situations? Honestly, I'm trying to collect all of them because I want to use it for all of those situations. But yeah, consider those when you guys are farming for this legendary sniper rifle. As for the rest of the drops, there was only 39 world drops from this guy, so definitely don't farm this dude if you're going for world drops. That is quite a low number, but in particular, because it's DLC 2, they do not drop world drops outside of the DLC, so there's always quite a small amount. But if you guys are going for the world drops that are in DLC 2, wouldn't recommend them. I'd more recommend the twins, like Tom and Zam, I think their names are. You guys probably know the ones. They're definitely the better place for world drop legendaries. As for class mods though, this guy actually drops crazy amounts of legendary class mods. If you're wondering how we made up to 349 legendaries when we didn't really get too much of anything else, it's from class mods. We got 224 legendary class mods out of these runs, and yes, playing as Flak, it's still super buggy and very irritating. Not that I'm too personally stressed about trying to get the Trainer Flak class mod in this DLC, but out of the 224 legendary class mods we got, only 27 of them, were Flak. Whereas for Moze, it was 156, which was so infuriating if you were actually going for the Flak class mod. And I believe it's the same the other way around. If you're playing as Moze, you get crazy amounts of Flak mods. You never get any Moze mods, relatively. So if you guys are going for a Moze one, play as Flak. If you're going for a Flak one, play as Moze if you have them. As for Zane, you got 22 legendary class mods for them, and Amara 19 out of all of those runs. So Moze drops like crazy for Flak. If you want Moze mods, definitely use Flak. But yeah, that is everything we have for 500 runs on Mayhem 10 True Vault Hunter mode with Eista. Super short, straight to the point. Hope you guys do enjoy these videos. If you don't forget to let me know in the comment section down below via the like button as well. And if you guys haven't already, smash that subscribe button. I'll likely be bringing this series back again. We've made tons and tons of videos like this way back when. I'll probably be bringing them back when they spread the loot pools again. If you guys have any particular bosses you're interested in for right now, I can get straight onto that. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comment section down below. Other than that, if you guys want to check us out over on Twitch, it's linked down in the description down below. I stream every single night just after I upload my YouTube videos, and it's usually all the time at Borderlands 3, but actually tonight we're going to be streaming The Last of Us 2, because I'm super excited. It came out today. We're going to be doing a big stream for that, and I'm so keen for it. There'll be likely video parts edited down onto the YouTube coming in soon on top of the Borderlands 3 content. Don't worry, we're not slowing down on Borderlands 3. Just super keen to try out that new game. So if you guys want to check it out, tonight we're going to be live streaming that. It'll be linked in the description, or just search CodeMeQ on Twitch. It's going to be a super fun time checking out that masterpiece of a game as well. And yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic night. I shall see you guys in the next video and a live stream. Till then, adios.